we went to the Kimmel Center yesterday, which is right down the street from the Academy of Music. Yesterday afternoon. Okay. So when we left, we parked in the garage at 15th and Locust. So we go to get in the elevator, and I think 3 other couples got on. We got on, and 2 black guys got on. So we pushed the 7th floor. So we go up to the 7th floor, get off first, and he gets his foot stuck in the door. So he can't get his foot out. So I'm helping him get his foot out, and while I'm helping him, the other guy's picking my pocket.
Son of a bitch.
No, wait, I know he's a son of a bitch. So now I help the guy get out. The other guy's picking my pocket. So I step out of the elevator and I check my wallet. It's gone. I grab this guy, throw him back in the elevator, and I turn to the other guy and say, "You son of a bitch! You stole my goddamn wallet! Give me my wallet, you son of a bitch!" Me.
Oh, you threw him back in the elevator?
Yeah, and then the guy that took my wallet, he couldn't get out because I was blocking the door. Oh, here it is on the floor. He picks it up and hands it to me on the floor. So I got my wallet.
Can you trust those niggers?
Can you trust who?
They were niggers, you said.
Yeah, okay.
No, he didn't say nigger.
No, he said
He said
nigger.
2 black guys.
Well, if it was something good, I would say a black guy. But when I don't trust him. No son of a gun. I'm a son of a gun. What a story.
Isn't that funny?
Isn't that something?
So anyway.
You know what happened then? Attention span. ADD. Joe Moffa's got ADD. You okay, Dad?
Yeah.
Anyway, what happened was we got in the elevator, and there were it was on the ground floor, and 2 people younger couple got in, and an older couple, and then these 2.
Same place?
The 2 black guys, yeah. And the black guy, the older, they were like in their 50s. They weren't young kids. He was a taller guy with like facial hair, and they had all like dark clothes on, so you really couldn't tell what they had on. I mean, who they were, like if you were to describe them. So the one guy, the taller guy, he was fixing his coat, and I'm over here against the wall where the buttons are, in the back. And he's fixing his coat, and he's getting too close to me. I don't like that. So I'm backing up, and finally the people got off the elevator, and I got around him in the back, and I got to the other side of the elevator. And I'm watching them. And so the little guy gets off, and Tom is near the buttons. So he's near the buttons, and this little guy, the smaller one, gets off, and he's going like this. And he has his arms like he can't, the door's not closing. It's open. The door is open, can't close, because his arms are here, and he's in the doorway.
Yeah.
And he's faking this, and Tom's leaning over him, behind him. "Oh, you're okay. Just keep moving your feet." And the guy's, I'm here watching this, and I'm seeing this guy pick his pocket. I know it's happening, and I can't, like...
It's the same incident.
The same situation, yeah. This is my version of the story. So he's Tom's leaning over trying to be a good Samaritan to help this guy. And I'm thinking, yeah, they work in pairs, and they're picking his pocket, and it's like all happening, you see it, but you don't realize that you can't verbalize it. And then he finally gets his foot out. The guy gets his wallet. So the guy gets out whose foot was stuck, supposedly, and Tom gets out, and I get out, and the guy who took the wallet still in the elevator near the buttons. So then Tom, he didn't get it. Tom got it. He was walking out, and he went like this, Tom, and he said, my wallet, and he turns around.
Who said this?
Tom did. He turns around to the guy who's in the elevator, and he says, "You son of a bitch, you give me that goddamn wallet right now." Tom said that to the guy, and he pushed him. Tom pushed the guy.
Yeah.
And then the guy said, "Oh, no, it's right here on the floor." Because they drop it. Then when the door closes, then they put it in their pocket. Because if they're taking your wallet, they're not going to be fumbling like this. They're going to take it, drop it.
This is happening in the elevator.
In the elevator, yeah.
But it's not moving.
It's not moving. And I'm out of the elevator, and Tom is half out and half in, keeping the door open. And the other guy's to his right. So he said, "Oh, it's on the floor," and he reached down and he handed him his wallet back.
Right away, Tommy felt the
He knew it right away. Yeah.
Listen, you know,
And anyway, I knew what was happening, but
then what happened? They go.
So they got in the elevator and went down the floor, down on and the door closed, and then Tom
They got in their car.
No, they got in. No, they weren't going anywhere. They were going to
Pickpocket.
pickpocket. Yeah, they weren't. The little guy had a bag with the Pampers and some bulky things in there, looking like they were, because if they didn't have anything, I think it takes the edge off of their.
Decoy.
Yeah, it's a decoy, right. Plus, they could put the wallet in there too. Throw the wallet in the bag. I don't know.
Well, when they do it in a bus, like they have a newspaper.
Well, they do that in Italy too. They do that in Italy. Yeah.
No, if that guy gets caught, all he does is go like that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's on the floor. They didn't. I don't have it.
Right. Well, that's basically what this guy did. But when we were in Italy, in Rome, these people were circling Tom with a news. They use a newspaper, and they use kids too. And he was ahead of me, and I could see they were circling him. And I didn't know much Italian. All I kept hollering, "Mangia, mangia, mangia," and I was running toward them, and then they got scared and ran away.
How do you get your wallet out so fast out of your pocket?
Tom, you want to know how you got the wallet out?
There was a black customer that Piero had. He was a good customer.
Mm-hmm.
Bands under his wallet. I mean, over his wallet. If they pull it out, you're going to feel it.
Yeah, well, I used to.
Difficult to pull it.
Let me show you what I used to do. Let me see if I can find one.
See, he used to put his wallet either in his shirt or in the front. But somehow he didn't do that this time. So the police came and they took the information.
Oh, you called the police?
Oh yeah, the supervisor came, and then he called a patrol cop, a foot cop, and then he came in and took the information down.
I didn't know how many, were they big, were they small?
Yeah, we had to describe them.
Huh?
Yeah, we told them right away what we knew. Yeah.
So you can do this too. This works, and I've done this in the past. You put a pencil, put a pen in your wallet.
Yeah.
And put it in your pocket like that. See, and then when they go to take it out, well, that came out pretty easy. But you put a rubber band around it, so it's bigger than the wallet. It gets stuck in there.
Bigger.
But I'm not going to carry my wallet back there anymore.
That's the worst place you can put a wallet.
It is really.
If I have any money, I just put it in my side pocket.
Yeah.
In my pocket.
Mhm.
My pocket.
When the guy went for his wallet, I told Tom to tell him I gave it the office, but it didn't. You know what I do when I go to the city? I wear something under my coat. I wear my handbag under my coat, and my hands are free. But I'm going to buy pepper gas, too. When you're in those parking lots, there's nobody around. There's no security. There's nobody around. I hear a buzzing in my phone. Oh, here it is. The house phone's in my pocket. I want to hear the story about.
How did you get stuck in what?
Okay, leave it there.
When can you get stuck foot in the elevator? How did you get stuck?
It was
Bluffing.
Oh yeah, he wasn't stuck. It was. They used two people. It's a diversion. One diverts you, and the other one's frisking you. That's what they do. It's an old thing. He reacted right away. I mean, it's surprising. Most people wouldn't have reacted that way. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have realized what happened until after the guys were gone. So, and then that's, you kiss your money and your wallet goodbye. It's more the inconvenience of. I want to hear the story about you at the bus stop when that happened to you. Remember you said the guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
Stuff from when he was decoying.
Yeah, what was the decoy?
Dom and I were looking at the Chad Moore tuxedo store
Right.
display in the window.
What's that, Broad and Jackson?
Jackson.
Broad and Jackson,
And there's a black guy. This is on the corner.
uh-huh.
Tall black guy. He's walking out in the middle of the street and he's looking for the bus.
Uh-huh.
He comes back on the curb. A little while later, he's walking out there looking for the bus. I learned a lot from that because I can tell when they're out to steal somebody by the expression and stuff.
Right. It's a giveaway.
So we got done looking at the window. We crossed Jackson Street, and we're a little past the drugstore.
Mm-hmm.
And that, all at once I felt a hand coming out of my pocket. I turned around and I looked at this big black bastard running with my money. It was the 16th of August with so many people around. This guy he ran in a truck.
Oh, there was somebody to pick him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, there was a lot of people around. By the way, they called the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Cops came, and Don told me, look, if they tell you to go to the station house and I done,
Identify.
don't go because I went once and was
Mm-hmm.
to no avail. So 3 cops come. 2 black ones and a white one. So the black one is interviewing me. He said, did you see him? I said, yeah. Was he tall? I said, yeah, he was tall. He said, was he black, brown,
Or Navy.
or navy? I looked up at this. I said, just like you.
The same color? They were the same color?
Same complexion.
Mm-hmm.
I never told Mom.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, she'd be afraid every time I go out on Broad Street.
What was in your wallet? Just money?
It wasn't a wallet. It was a little money clip
Oh, okay.
that I had in my side pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't in a back pocket. I
Ah.
never carry a wallet in the
Uh-huh.
back. The only time I carry a wallet is when I drive.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't even put it in there.
So it was even in your side pocket, and they found.
In fact, most of the pants I made with the
Little-
customer pockets in the front,
Right.
like Tommy's got.
Mm-hmm.
He's got pockets in the front.
Right. That's something, isn't it?
They know all the tricks.
These guys were a little dopey, though. They were older. They were in their 50s, maybe. And they were like,
But how did he get it out so fast, Tom?
I don't know.
Oh, you were trying to help him to get his foot.
one guy was in the front. He was helping the guy with the supposedly stuck foot. And the other guy was working him in the back.
Yeah. He's diverted, yeah.
And they're right in front of me. And I'm watching this guy real close. I'm thinking, now isn't that strange? He's behind Tom. They didn't act like they were together, but they were together. But you think he would have came around and tried to help? You know, it was all.
Oh, he was
It was
busy pickpocketing.
It was so obvious. I mean, it was.
And see, the way he got his foot caught was bullshit because, see, when you walk out of the elevator, you walk out like this, right?
Yeah.
Here's the way his foot was caught, like this. How could you get your foot caught that way?
In the
Right?
track.
Yeah,
In the
it's
track.
turned 90 degrees to the way a person walks. He wasn't a goddamn cripple. My brother said I should have kicked him in the balls when I got done.
Well, that's what Mark said.
Yeah, Mark said it, right.
Yeah.
You know what my brother said? He says, you know, for the next time you're in an elevator and there are 2 people on there with you that are black, you just get off. Don't stay on.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Me as a woman, if 2 guys get in the elevator with me, if Tom weren't with me, I wouldn't have gotten on that elevator. Well, I wouldn't have stayed on. Really. Because there are plenty of times that I've gotten on, I'm taking this, plenty of times I've gotten on an elevator and I didn't feel comfortable, I got off. I pretended I was getting off another floor. I mean, I just got off. I mean, 2 guys. Whether they're black, white, whatever color.
They don't want to go to work.
People don't, yeah. What about the red-haired guy on the bicycle that took Mom's handbag?
Yeah, but she got mugged by 2 black women going to church.
Oh, you said, yeah. Did they push her down?
No, they stole her handbag.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can't wear it. You can't wear a handbag, first of all. You have to, and it frees your hands, too, when you're not carrying anything, on your shoulder or in your hands. You can't use a handbag as a woman. You have to have your hands free, and also you don't want to be vulnerable because they'll push you down and grab your handbag. But those parking lots are really dangerous because there's nobody around.
That's scary.
Yeah, you're by yourself.
Even in a casino where there's a lot of people going in and out, I feel that way.
It's isolating. Yeah.
Well, I can't find anything. I can't find any prevailing wage rates on here. I haven't been able to find any.
But bricklayers, no.
I'm trying to find a list of the prevailing wage rates, but I'm not finding it.
Dad, I want to hear the story about the flu. What you remember.
Oh, please, I can't. I'm out of breath. I can't.
Well, you got your oxygen full blast.
Turn it up to a 5, she said. She said, turn it up to a 5 and tell her about the flu.
I want to hear about the
I
F.
tell you so many times about the flu.
Hey, Dad, I want to hear about the effing flu.
Come on, I tell you so many times about the flu, please. Let me rest a little bit. While my lungs are puffing here.
You're not going to get away with it that easily. What number are you on? What number is it?
Number 2.
Numero due? Oh. You know what? You could just leave it there, Tom. Because it's going to, and we won't forget it.
Oh, this came off?
Yeah.
Everybody had the flu, except me and my father.
Oh, your mother had it too? Wow. All your siblings had the flu, except you and your father.
At one time and another, they had the flu.
Uh-huh.
Not all at the one time. One time.
And there were no doctors treating you, right?
I was 8, 9 years old. I don't remember anything.
You told me you remember bodies in the street and the steps.
Well, I never told you that.
Yes, you did. You said you remembered bodies.
All right, it was about 20 bodies.
Now you're making it up.
That'll make you happy.
You said there were people would take the bodies and put them out, and then somebody would come by and pick them up. Is that right?
I don't know.
Were you making those?
No, just tell her because she's going to torture you.
Were you
and
making those
tell her.
stories up?
I told her that
Tell her
they
again.
came and pick them up. Yeah.
I have a question for you. Do you remember anybody that you knew who had the flu and died?
No.
Oh, okay. Were the doctors involved? Doctors didn't do those things.
No.
You just worked it through.
Anything else? Any other questions?
Yeah, I want to know about the bodies on the front step. Weren't there bodies?
The bodies on the front step were talking to each other.
They were. They're serious. Yo, Joe, here's a signal for you. Here's the Italian salute.
You all done?
Now, is that what happened? See, you don't remember, but you told us stories about. That's what you.
Maybe if I told you something when I was younger, when I had a clear mind. Nah, I'm lucky I remember my own name.
What's your name?
I don't know.
Tell me about your root canal the other day.
to tell you a funny story. One of the grandfathers that goes to see the kids play hockey, he's a dentist. He's out in Lancaster County. So he said, yeah, my 96-year-old my father-in-law went to the dentist the other day, and he got root canal work, and he bargained with him. He said, oh, good for him.
But good that I bargained with.
Yeah.
He knows they hike up there.
So then, what did he say about the?
Oh, his name is Rocco, and he was telling me the other day. He says, "This is a good line. He's got 3 Italian kids on there." I said, "Well, who's on there?"
Oh, he was an Italian.
I knew you'd like that.
So Tom, did he tell you about the bodies on the front step?
No, he didn't tell me anything
About the flu?
Hey, my wife, your mom, I'm thinking of my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you, when the husband would go to work, the boyfriend would come in?
yeah.
And was he a doctor? What was he?
It was
Or did they just play doctors?
general practitioner he was.
A GP? Wonder.
He was a well-known doctor.
He was. I bet he was. Were they both Italian?
The doctor had an Italian name.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
And she was Italian?
yeah.
Uh-huh. So they weren't black?
No, they were white.
Huh. I just get another question.
The interrogation book.
Oh, tell the joke about, what's her name? Awilda.
Oh. Yesterday, well, the one at the desk, Tom, she's away from her desk, she's standing up, and she's taking her jacket off. She said, I'm hot. I said, well, go home. She said, you guarantee that if I go home, I'll get action? Every time I say something, they take it the wrong way.
I wonder why.
You know what I told him? I said, I told him, you should have told her that you're guaranteed action, more guaranteed action at home than at work. That the chances are high that you're no gambling man, but
I don't know what to say. This one, she never talks anything like that.
she doesn't talk. Yeah.
I got the heating bag, and I put it in the microwave and I put it on my neck. Instead of sitting in the house, I was walking around with it. This Vivian met her in a doorway, and she never talks like that. She said, Joe, stiff neck, wrong place.
And
I was surprised with her saying that.
wow. Huh. My question is, your father was born in Italy?
Oh, please don't.
Dad,
Yeah, you know that.
tell me again.
Nothing new. Yes.
And how old was he when he came here?
I don't know, probably a teenager.
Oh, was he? Ah. And your mother was already here? Or she came later? Your mother was born here, wasn't she?
No, she was born in Italy.
She was born in Italy. Okay. And what, do you know when she came here?
When she came here.
What, you know, how old?
I wasn't even born then. How would I know?
Okay, let's rephrase this. Let's rephrase this. When your mother was pregnant with you before she got married to your father.
It's a style today, though. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I can
See the
imagine.
one at the desk?
Yeah.
She didn't come in last Saturday. She had a big wedding. Her daughter got married. I said she wasn't living home. No, she's out. She's been out. So she had a big ceremonial wedding. Oh, big wedding. She had a 4-year-old kid.
Oh, wow.
And I remember years ago, the priest wouldn't marry her in white and stuff like that.
No, because he was screwing around with the older boy. That's why he went, that's why he wouldn't marry. Oh, right. Okay. Anyway, well, your mother, how old was she when she came to the United States? Do you know?
She was young, 10, 11.
Or was she? And she came here with her parents, of course.
I guess.
And where did they live when they first came here? Do you know? Did they go to Jersey? Atco?
That I can't, probably.
Actually, what I would like to know is what the connection is out there in Latrobe. That would be interesting to know if you could ever figure it out. Between the Moffas.
Well, there's a lot.
I understand that, but I mean, there's got to be some connection someplace in the past of the Moffas.
There's some
There must have
relationship.
been a number one Moffa, when you think?
That would be like the Kellys and the
Yeah. Right. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
So how many brothers did your mother have?
you see, Uncle Mike, Uncle Charlie.
Uncle Patsy?
And Uncle Patsy.
Mm-hmm. And she was the only girl? The only
No.
female?
She had a sister was in Morgantown,
Okay.
Virginia.
Mm-hmm. And her name was what?
Alfieri.
Her first name?
You got me.
You took a ride there once. It's a bus or a train or something to visit?
No, I didn't go. Uncle Patsy and my mother went.
Oh, okay. Isn't that a shame? You know, they were there and they hardly saw each other. And how many children did that aunt have? You know, it's good for your brain stems.
I had a lot of children. I don't know how many.
So she had a lot?
Well,
And her last name was Alfredo or something like that.
Alfiero.
Alfiero? Alfiero? And she had a lot of children.
Well, she had children. I don't know, a lot or a little bit. They had children.
Did you ever see those cousins?
Yeah, one of them I saw.
Mm-hmm. So the sister ended up in Morgantown, West Virginia, and the brothers were in Atco. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was my grandmother's farm. Well, naturally, Uncle Charlie lived there. Together, and then he took over.
Mm-hmm.
She got old.
So your grandmother, your mother's mother, and your mother's father had the farm. Sounds like it sounds like yeah.
My mother's father, I never even heard of him. I don't know what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you one thing I remember when they made wine. I was about 9 years old. 9.
Mm-hmm.
They made me get in the tub and bang it with my feet. Honest to God.
Used to do
Squash the
were your
grapes.
feet clean? That's all I want to know.
Didn't you wear? They wear special boots. Didn't you wear special shoes or something?
No.
No.
Barefooted.
Barefooted. Wow. I guess it added to the flavor of the wine.
It did. That tastes better.
Then that wine was for just athletes.
Hmm?
That wine was for athletes.
Yeah.
Athletes' feet.
grandson moved close there now.
Oh, we did?
He was in Virginia, then he was in Tennessee, now he's in Pennsylvania.
Jim and Dad's
The
old
Reading
former
area, but way past Reading.
neighbor.
So that you got one house, every house is one bigger and bigger and bigger.
I know, it's crazy. It's nuts.
And they buy the houses for him every time he moves.
Oh, who's he work for?
He's a controller. I guess he calls him a controller. They make gear parts or gear or something to do with something like that.
Oh, well, that's nice that he's living close by.
Well, she said, I like it now. 1 hour we get there.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Before it was an all day affair.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Do you know how many children he has?
One, did I say one? I think it
What's his name? The son.
Bobby? No, Bobby's the father. You know, I can't remember. He's a gopher boy.
No, he's a producer. He got promoted. A producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He's an assistant production office coordinator on a movie called The Good German.
The Good German.
And that's going to have Kate Blanchard, Beau Bridges, George Clooney, and Tobey Maguire.
Maximize your life. Invest in it.
What is this?
You're gonna leave with something valuable that you didn't come here with. Anytime you can do that.
I wonder if you can find out what they did.
On the edge of my seat, very, very excited.
Seriously.
Saying,
That
wow.
And he's working on another movie called Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. And he's a production secretary.
Safest investment opportunity in America today. And how the right real estate investment.
Independent contractor.
Tuesday the 13th in Langhorne at 1 and 7. The Bucks County Sheriff on Oxford Valley Road.